This is about crumbling infrastructure. Before I begin, I want to say that the airwaves are saturated with ads directed at old farts like me. A lot of them claim that they can give me a boner while I'm still alive, and many want to sell me insurance so my loved ones can pay the bills after I'm dead. I saw a new one the other day that really had me going. It was for an alarm clock that was about as big as a computer screen, and it was filled with writing that was large enough so that old farts could read it. It had the time, of course, digitally displayed, and whether it was morning or night, it had the day of the week, the month, day, and year, so you really knew what time it was. And you could add a simple message like, take your morning medicine or take your evening medicine. All of that is good, but old farts like me need more. They should make the screen even bigger, toss in a computer chip, and add more vital information. Like your name is Jim. You are married to Helen. You are retired. If you're getting up, you need to put on some pants. Your glasses are on the dresser. Your teeth are in the bathroom. Things like that. I need more than an alarm clock. I need more from an alarm clock than just time. Okay, I was sitting at a table with a bunch of people, one of whom is an artist who travels a lot, going to shows where he can sell his work at convention centers. So he has gone about 40 or more weekends every year. I asked him where he'd been lately, and he said, Philadelphia. I said, how was that? He shrugged and said, it's a dump. I was a little shocked to hear that about the city of brotherly love, home to 3 or 4 million people, and the Liberty Bell, dismissed as a dump. And I said, really? Yeah, he said, really. He shrugged again. All the big cities are dumps. Really, I said, looking at the other people at the table to see if they agreed with this. They all nodded. Except for Miami. Miami's okay, said one. And San Diego, someone said. I like San Diego. I've never been there, the artist said. And all the rest of them are dumps, I asked the table at large. So they did some thinking. Pretty much, said one of them at last. I don't travel much, and I was surprised to hear this. I recall seeing a site on the internet that had pictures of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, and then today. The rebuilding was spectacular. Then the site had pictures of Detroit from 1945 and today. The modern pictures revealed a dump. The city I live in is not a dump. I don't think, not yet. But we face the pressing issue all cities face, crumbling infrastructure. Infrastructure isn't sexy. When a conversation turns to infrastructure, eyes glaze over. The only people who talk about infrastructure are people who are trying to get elected. So they talk about it and make promises, but nothing ever gets done. It's all talk. There is no money set aside for infrastructure. Crumbling infrastructure is like debt. It is work that must be done, and the longer it is put off, the more expensive the repair or replacement. That debt piles up. My city has a bridge on a highway that is a critical shipping route, and the bridge has to be replaced. Everyone has known this for years. There is complete agreement on this. Studies have been done. President Obama came here campaigning and with a bridge in the background promised to replace it. Shovel ready and all that. President Trump said that he would spend billions on infrastructure along with a wall. Nothing has been done. It's all talk. There is a viaduct connecting my city to the west, and this viaduct is the poster child for crumbling infrastructure. It looks worse than a Roman ruin. I am afraid to drive on it, but instead of replacing the bridge and repairing the viaduct, my city is going to build a new soccer stadium. If we build a new soccer stadium, the thinking goes, we might be granted a Major League Soccer franchise, and the stadium will boost the local economy by providing jobs in both its construction and subsequent operation, and it will be an economic powerhouse, creating revitalization for the area in which it is built, currently a rundown pocket of poverty. So this new soccer stadium is something of a financial miracle. A win-win-win-win. That's what they tell us. They remain silent on the bridge and the viaduct, and so we may soon be a dump with a new soccer stadium, which, to my thinking, is an awful lot like an old fart with a boner.